Hi, Story Gordon here. I want to talk about program development. It's a very personal process. I have one that I use almost every time. I vary from it, tweak it, tune it. But the fundamental process is the same every engineer uses in coming up with a new product or system. 5Ds, I call it: define, design, deliver, debrief, decompress. Define. What's the topic? Who are you going to be talking to? What are the three S's? What's the situation, the subject, and the setting? How are you going to handle the five W's and H that every journalist likes to cover in a good story? The who, what, when, where, why, and how of the program. Once you have the definition, now it's a matter of designing the program for the audience. How do you do that? There's a problem. Every person in your audience is a separate audience. They all have different desires, expectations, preferences, and every one of them will react to your program differently. How? Their own way. Which is why my approach to designing a program is to put together the program I would want to hear if I'm in the audience. Since I don't know what they're going to be thinking or feeling during my program, I design it so that I'm thinking and I'm feeling what it is that's very important to me in delivering the program, hoping that if I do it well, it will work for them. So now that I've defined it and designed it, I have to deliver it. But I just missed a point, didn't I? What kind of program is it? Today, people talk about presentations, but that's one type of program. What am I going to give to make this audience feel like they've gotten something of value? There are several program types that I enjoy: speech, presentation, seminars, workshops. They're all different. Most of my programs are usually a bit of a hybrid, taking a little bit from each one. But for a quick review, a speech is pure stand-up, stand and deliver. Presentation typically is augmented with computer slides, and at the end, possibly a Q&A. Also, a handout, something to take away as a reminder of what the presentation was about. The seminar is more of a teaching experience, where I'm going to present information or ideas or processes with interactions during. Usually seminars are very limited in size, up to 20, maybe 25 people in the audience. Also, there's the workshop. The workshop is highly interactive and very difficult to design and deliver because the audience is guiding the flow of the process. That said, deliver. Deliver with confidence, doing the very best you can, knowing that everyone in the audience is an audience and they will all react differently. Once that's done, debrief, the fourth D. In debriefing, whenever I finish a program, and since I'm primarily a seminar leader, I get evaluations. And immediately after the program, I'll find a coffee shop or some place where I can sit down with a cup of coffee and maybe a treat and go through every evaluation, writing down 3 points. 1, what did they like best? What was the best part of the program? That I want to keep the next time I do that program or something similar. What did they want more of? What did I cover they want covered in more detail or with more emphasis? That's what I'll try to improve in the future. And thirdly, what did they want that was not in the program? What do I need to add to the program to make it better? When I have those three items in place, what they like best, what they want more of, and what they'd like added, I now know how to improve that program and future programs so that the audience has a better experience. What about negatives? Do I want to know what they didn't like? No. Because everybody has some level of criticism. And the criticism of one is not necessarily the criticism of all. Besides, if I am able to keep what they like, improve or add what they want more of, then the negatives, what they didn't like, will disappear because I'll have a time constraint in the future. I've either got 45 minutes or an hour or 2 hours or a half a day, and there's only so much material that can be included in that time frame. What's the fifth D? Decompress. I used to teach multi-day seminars, and I always loved going to New York because I stayed near Times Square, taught down near the World Trade Center. At the end of each day, I would come back to the hotel, go across the street, or up the street actually, to Schoolers, get my corned beef and Swiss on real rye, a piece of cheesecake and a cream soda, go back to the hotel and sit down and go through the evaluations of the day or the self-evaluation of what I did well, what I could do better, and what I could add. Then the decompression part was turning on the TV and watching the Yankees or going across to the tickets discount office and getting a ticket for a Broadway play. Decompress, get completely away from the program. So that's it. Those are my 5 Ds. Define, design, deliver, debrief, and decompress. Whatever you find in this that's worthwhile, grab it. Don't adopt it, adapt it. Make it yours. Create a process that works for you. And if you use it, each program you do will be just a little bit better. And that is, for me, what serious speaking is about. Thanks for stopping by. If you like this, come back. If you really like it, subscribe. In any case, I'm Story Gordon wishing you all the best in your quest for speaking success.